Hi students, today we are discussing the next design pattern coming under the concept of creational design pattern that is factory method. Okay, this factory method falls under the concept of class creational design pattern. Okay, the main what is the factory method? What does the purpose of this pattern? Now we need to study what is the main intent. Okay, a short statement that tells us to define an interface for creating an object, but let you define some subclasses. What you need to decide which class to be instantiated. So factory method lets a class, it's a class differ instantiation to subclasses. What does it meaning exactly? In the sense, let us take for example a factory. In a factory, if we have to manufacturing some products, okay, coming to the according to the subject point of view, Java programming oriented, we want to create an objects by returning that. Okay, we need to define an interface for creating a particular object. Let here we have to decide the subclasses, which class is to be instantiated. For this purpose of factory method, let's a class differ to you instantiation to subclasses. What does it mean exactly? In the sense, we want to create an object without exposing, listen carefully, without exposing the logic, the creational logic, or the create the logic creation to the client. Whatever you need to create a project, so without exposing to the client, we need to provide an object. Whatever we need to create an object, we need to provide to the client. In the sense, the exact definition, we want to create an object without exposing the creation logic to the clients. Okay, that is the main intent of a factory method. We need to manufacturing a products, coming under the concept of factory method. It falls under a class creational design pattern. It is also known as virtual constructor. One more name of a factory method, also known as virtual constructor. It should be called it as what ma? Virtual. It's not real. It's a virtual constructor. Coming to the motivation of this concept, framework is nothing but it's a like a template ma. We are using some abstract classes, whatever if you have to be define and maintain the relationships between objects ma. So the framework has to create objects as well. It must and should instantiate classes, but only knows about abstract classes, which it cannot be instantiated. What is the meaning of this a point? In the sense, coming to the framework, already I say it's just like a template. If you need to assume that a template, we can use here abstract classes. What is the meaning of the abstract classes? Abstract class is a class which contains for the implementation of all methods. Whatever the methods we need to implement, we need to implement that methods, but here we need to take some declared form but not implemented in the code. Okay, it is declared. Abstract class is a class, it contains only abstract method, only abstract one, at least one abstract method it contains. In abstract method, we need to implement for all the methods whatever you need to define, and we need to maintain whatever the relationship between objects. Object is instantiate to the class. It is a self-contained a component which consists of some operations, some methods or functions, whatever it may be. The framework has to create objects as well. It must instantiate classes, but only here you have to be learn about abstract classes, which it is cannot be instantiated. Okay, the motivation here, a framework is oftenly responsible, is oftenly in the sense is often responsible for the purpose of creating these objects. Okay, consider we need to take a framework, a framework for whatever the applications that can present in multiple documents. Like let us take a consider a framework for the purpose of applications that can be presented in multiple documents, in the sense of more than one document to the user. There are here some two key abstractions is there in this framework. We need to study two key abstractions in this framework. Those are some classes, application and document. Okay, applications and document. So here so both classes ought to be abstract. So both classes ought to be abstract, and we can say the clients have to create some subclasses. We have to realize them their applications and specific implementations, how we want to create drawing applications. For example, I need to define we define some classes. We are taking some classes drawing application. Okay, we need to drawing some application and drawing document. So the application class is responsible for we need to managing documents, whatever we will create objects them as required. So whatever when the user selects open or new from a menu. Okay, look at this, the whatever the main motivation of this a factory method, we need to encapsulate the knowledge of which subclasses we need to create. It moves their knowledge out of the framework, also known as, already I said you, it is a virtual constructor. The figure here, the figure explanation here, we have to be located there some documents, applications, and we are returning some documents, how we want to create the documents, whatever the documents we need to add, and whatever the documents we need to open, and whatever the documents they are creating some my document, we need to perform some operations like open function, close function, save function, revert function. And coming to the application, we first of all the application, whatever you need to create some document, in the document we want to be created some new document, and let us open that a document that will be inherited to the it will contain some my application, one more subclass my application. Then that we need to create some document, what it will returns, it is new my document. Okay, the figure x, for example, if you need to take one more example here, listen carefully, amma. We need to create them whatever we need required there, whenever the user selects open or new from a menu. For example, we need to study about this particular document subclasses, whatever the subclasses to instantiate is application specific, so the application class can't predict the subclass of document to be instantiated. So the application class only knows when a new document should be created, not what kind of document to be created. So we need to create this creates a dilemma. So the framework, whatever the framework must instantiate their classes, but it only knows about whatever the abstract classes which cannot be instantiated. So here the factory design method, the factory design pattern method, it offers a solution, whatever we need to encapsulate the knowledge of which a document a subclasses to whatever we need to create, and moves this knowledge out of the framework. Let us see here, we need to study about the diagram here, whatever here the application subclasses, whatever they are redefined an abstract create document an abstract create document operation on that particular application, whatever we need to return there, it is very appropriate document subclasses ma. So once an application subclass is instantiated, it can then instantiate application specific. So we can say it is instantiates application specific. Coming to the document section, documents without knowing their classes, we call a create a document. We call a create a document a factory method ma, because it is very responsible for manufacturing an object. Okay ma, once again I have to repeat the document section, listen carefully. Without knowing these document section class, we can call create document a factory method, because it is very responsible for manufacturing an object. Okay, this is the main motivation of a factory method design pattern. And then we have to study about their applicability. What are the main uses of this factory method design pattern? Real time example, I can say one thing, phone manufacturing we can you give one phone to the phone manufacturer a factory, whatever the phone, you even if you need the voice of that particular phone, for example Samsung, Nokia, if we have take iPhone, get voice that you can ask the phone manager, get you if you need get voice, the phone OS. If we go through the voice factory, the voice factory will handle whatever the phone get the voice. iPhone have iOS, Android, Windows, whatever it may be. If you need, the factory will creating some products, they are manufacturing itself, it inbuilt only. Okay, they are manufacturing. That is the real time example of like taking some phone manufacturing. Okay, and coming to one more real time example of this particular factory design pattern method. The client will ask the developer, who is the client, ask the manager who develops who is developed the particular phone. The client will ask the best developer I need to develop the particular phone. Okay, the factory manager handles who is the best person to handle that mobile works properly. Okay, you have to take some best developer. Okay, in this concept, that is the real time examples of this. Okay, we are using the factory method pattern when a class can't anticipate the class of objects it must create. We want to create some objects ma'am. The objects in that a class, the class can't anticipate the class of the particular objects, whatever it must to create there. Okay, and coming to the one more applicability here, a class wants its subclass. If we have a class ma, a class wants its subclasses, whatever we need to specify their objects, we need to create an object. Especially coming to the one more key point of this applicability of factory method pattern, classes delegate the responsibility, whatever the responsibility, the classes are delegated the responsibility to one of several helper subclasses, and you need to localize the knowledge of which helper subclasses is to be delegated. What that meaning of this sentence in the sense, the main responsibility of classes is to be delegated. If we have to create some several helper subclasses, and you need to localize the particular knowledge of which the subclass of the helper to do its delegated that particular class. Okay, and you need to study about the structure of the factory method structure. Already we seen the motivation. In that motivation, we want to write in the place of application, what if we have to wrote a creator. The creator, we need to take some factory method, one of the operation and an operation, and we need to return some product there. Product will be assigned to factory method of that particular operation. And coming to the document section, what if you have to write document product? We want to create some concrete products for whatever you have no you if you have to be implemented that particular products. Okay, here the creator is extended to inherit the concrete creator a factory method operation. So it returns here new concrete a product. Okay, we need to create some products there. It is the structure representation, a graphical notation of classes and objects, how to the relationship between objects and classes. The scenario will be look at that. Okay, and coming to the next concept, that is nothing but a participants. In the sense, in this design pattern of factory method, we need to take some participants like product in the sense a document. Coming to the motivation section, the product in the sense a document. What it defines here, it defines the interface of a particular objects, whatever if you need to create in factory method. And then coming to the next participant is concrete product in the sense my document. In the sense my document, we need to implement the document, or we need to say a product, whatever to provide interface. We need to implement the products, whatever you need to implement the product interfaces. And coming to the third participant is nothing but creator. What you have to create it in the sense that is nothing but application. We need to declare the factory method, whatever you need to return. And we first of all you need to create an object, so we need to declare the factory method which to be a written an object of type a product in the sense like a document. The creator may define a default implementation, whatever the factory method taken, that returns a default concrete product object. Okay, what the main thing here, first of all we need to declare the factory method which returns an object of product a type. So the creator application may also define a default implementation of the factory method. So they are that returning a default a concrete product object. Okay, so we need to create a relies on its whatever the subclasses, we need to define the factory method so that it returns an instance of the suitable appropriate concrete product objects. And coming to the one more here, we need to study about the factory method. This is nothing but the structure represent the factory method. We need to defer whatever the object instantiation to its subclasses. Here look at this diagram product. We have to be taken some operation and that inherits and the differ, we need to that object instantiate to its subclasses like concrete products. Okay, we need to eliminating, we need to linking of that particular application a specific subclasses. So we need to connect this as a parallel class hierarchies. So it is a related pattern to a abstract factory a design pattern. Okay, and in this example we need to study about this is creating a manipulators on a connectors. How we want to creating, how we want to handling a connector there in the sense, look at this diagram. Here some relationship is there, a figure is a class, it's a have some interactor. Okay, here 0 to 1 relationship, we need to maintain some manipulator. They are you need to create some manipulator function, and in this manipulator we need to attach some figure there, some rectangular figure, and we need to create some manipulator and connector. And if we have to manipulator there, bounds manipulator, arc manipulator, in the sense it's attached to the figure. We need to return here connector, manipulate some input here, new arc manipulator function will be written there. And coming to the rectangular figure, we need to manipulate the input here, new bound function, main manipulator, new bound manipulator function. It is one of the example of factory design pattern method. in this concept we need to study about the exact concrete creator, how the creator creates some concrete creator my application, it overrides the factory method. Whatever you need to return an instance of a concrete a product. Okay, let us, we have to explain the participants. One more participant is nothing but concrete creator, in the sense creator in the sense application, concrete creator in the sense my application. To override the factory method, whatever overriding, to return an instance of a concrete a product. Okay, we need to study about here some collaboration, consequences, implementation, a sample code, known uses, and related patterns to this concept of factory design pattern. Let us see in further video. Up to now, thank you.